when you started your acting career, one of the things you told me you were talking to your manager about is like the one character I'd love to play if ever came available was being Baracus.
Yeah, yeah.
And you manifested it.
Yeah, yeah.
A-Team was remade, and you were casted as Baracus, and everybody obviously knows you from that. You had an interaction with the original Mr. T, and I was like, I have to save this for tomorrow because it had to do something with a Snicker.
So I never got the chance to meet any of the other the original cast of the 18 TV show. I met the guy who created it. I was on set the day he came, the guy who wrote it and created it, right? But miraculously, the day that the original Murdoch and Face came, I was off those days, and I worked the most days out of anybody. And me and Chato Copley, the person that played Murdoch, we was the only two big fans of the TV show. Like the director and Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper. Nobody else there wasn't fans of the TV show. Me and Wesco. So I don't know if they didn't want to meet me or not. I don't know because I don't know. I didn't meet him. And so I wanted to meet Mr. T. Those guys came, like, I told the director, listen, I just want to meet Mr. T. I want to meet Mr. T. And Mr. T didn't want to make a cameo in a movie because he wanted to play the role.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wanted to play B.A. Baracus. And he was really butthurt that he couldn't play. Then they told him, like, bro, we love you and stuff, but you're too old. Like, this is them. So he wanted a obscene amount of money to even make a cameo in the movie. So he didn't make a cameo, but he met the director, and the director, he's like a close friend to me right now, Joe Kernahan. I want to introduce you to him. You will love him. He loves MMA and stuff like that. I want to bring him out to one of your shows and stuff like that. I want you to meet him, and hopefully he can direct one of the movies that you write and stuff like that. He's a great guy. Anyway, him being a homeboy, him being a buddy, he got in touch with Mr. T, and he told Mr. T that Rampage is your biggest fan. He really wanted to meet you, because people don't know what to think about me. They think I'm some arrogant MMA fighter that's fucking stuck up his own ass and all this stuff, man. I guess nobody wanted to get to know me, and I didn't meet Mr. T. But Mr. T is famous in the UK for doing these Snickers commercials, and the slogan is "Get some nuts." And the funniest commercials ever. Because I used to train out there, and I used to see Mr. T on TV. He's like, we don't give him his flowers here in America. He's like super famous in the UK right now.
Really?
Yes, today he got commercials and shit where he's throwing Snicker bars at dudes doing like the like the power walking and like a little bit of shorts and a pink tank top. And you can't do that right now, 2023. But this was like years ago. I was training. And he was throwing Snickers at him as he driving by in the van. Get some nuts. Get some nuts. So that was his slogan. He was real big with Snickers bars. So when he met with the director of A-Team, he talked and stuff like that, and he told him I was a big fan. He gave the director a Snickers bar to give to me.
That's special.
Is it?
I mean,
how you ever gave a man a Snickers bar?
Get some nuts, it makes sense.
Don't you know, since I'm a black guy, my member looks like a Snickers bar?
But he's black too.
Yeah, it's like him giving me a dick. What the fuck wrong with you? He gave me a Snickers bar. That what my shit look like. Not like the little fun size that you get for Halloween, but goddamn, see what I said?
He gave you a king size though, right?
Yeah. Pause. Wait.
I'm so sorry. Pause.
Fuck. You can't fucking edit this shit.
He gave you a king size.
He gave me a Snickers bar. No, actually, it was a regular. It wasn't a king size. It was a regular. Because in England, they don't have the king size.
Oh.
In America, we don't have fat ass that want more. But he gave me and I told my friends, they're like, yeah, man, like, have you ever met Mr. T? I was like, no, but he gave me a Snickers bar. They were like, pause. Then one of my friends like making fun of me. He was like, oh, what'd you do with it? I want to see it. Did you put it up somewhere you still have it? I was like, no, I ate that motherfucker. Dude, I ate the Snickers bar. I ate it.
I would've.
I should have put it in the freezer.
Had him sign it later.
He didn't even sign it. If he would have signed it, I probably would have kept it. But knowing the director, he's a fucking jokester. Knowing the director, he probably made up the whole story. He probably just gave me a Snickers bar. But he wouldn't have known. Because he in America, he wouldn't have known that Mr. T is affiliated with Snickers. He wouldn't have known that. He wouldn't know unless he probably Googled him or something. Like, because you didn't know that, right? No, people, chat, did anybody know that Mr. T is like affiliated with Snickers? Like, people don't know that because, I travel the world. I know shit that people that try to wear now.
I didn't realize that he wasn't starting out as an actor. You showed me yesterday or updated me that he didn't start out as an actor.
No.
That's how ignorant I was.
No. I'm the biggest Mr. T fan. I know a lot about Mr. T, but I'm weird when it comes to fans. I've never really been a diehard fan or fanatic about anything. But Mr. T, I know more about him than I know about anything else. But he got his big start in this like of his time, a reality show when they was looking for the toughest bouncer.
That's right.
And he stood out from all the other bouncers. One thing that when I watched it, I was older when I watched it because I was young when he was famous. I didn't know, so I watched it when I was older. Just looking at him, because I was just, so thrilled by Mr. T, how he was. I see why he won that competition. He was the smallest bouncer. He was big and stuff, but he was short and stuff like that. But he just, the way he dressed, his style, he had charisma. So, that thing that after you have the test your punch and stuff like that. So they had that thing on the stage, and they had the bouncers come out. They said, and the subject was hit that thing as hard as you can and say something to the camera or something like that. And everybody came out and showed how tough it was. It came, boom, hit the thing like, yeah, you mess with me, be the last thing you do when you come to the little, and then it come out, and, they all had like a little catchphrase like, I'm the last person you want to cross at the club. You want to obey me when blah, blah, blah. And they hit the thing real hard. Mr. T came out there, and he had all his rings on, all this stuff. He's always been the same. That's him. That wasn't a character, the way he dressed and stuff like that on the A-Team.
That's him.
That's him. That's the way he dressed. That's how he always, that's him. He was a character. That's him. He didn't fake nothing. Everything was him, right? That's why everybody think that character name is Mr. T when it's actually B.A. Baracus. He played such a good part doing it. That was him. They didn't ask him to do none of that stuff.
Wow.
And so he came out, he walked out, and instead of hitting the thing really hard like that, he just went and he pushed it down like, he said something like real classy and stuff like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I was young when I watched it, but he just had like charisma. He was totally different from everybody else. And I think me growing up watching Mr. T, that without even trying to, but I think I copied him a lot because like I'm even afraid to fly like the character. I almost had a nervous breakdown going to Saudi Arabia because of war and stuff going on. I didn't know what to expect, and I'm going to like this Muslim country, and I've been lied to and stuff about how stuff is, and it's totally the opposite, and I almost missed out on a great opportunity, all because of Mr. T ugly ass.